Oh, CDs for sale.
I was going to just mention that. Today is her CD release party. She's brought a bunch of CDs. Good to give her $10 for a CD, but she has a sliding scale, so give her a sob story if you want for less. Maybe if you're weakened, who knows? Work out a deal. Sometimes trade is better, if you offer to do something, wash windows or something. That works for me too. Your time is money. So this is the part where we go to you guys. Same rules apply. The artists are up here trying to be kind and nice, and listen to them. If you have conversations, keep them at a whisper and short. Okay, don't whisper for 25 minutes. What I will do is you will each have 2 songs or approximately 8 minutes. I will put a timer up there that's big enough that you can see it on the moon, and it will count down for you. And it doesn't have a beep or anything, so just pace yourself according to that. If you're jamming, it's a good thing because you never know how long your jam's going to go, right? So I used to be, back in the day, 1966, when I first came here, I was a Buddhist monk. And these are the robes that I wore. I used to wear a thing called a hakama, which were, it's like a culottes, right? Like pants that look like a dress, and then you use a judagi, or a karate gi. Yeah. And then this was designed for me when I became more popular. And in 1966, I went to a bar, a lesbian bar, up on Broadway called the Wild Side West. And I walked in, and at the end of the bar was the ugliest, sexiest woman I had ever seen in my life. And I walked over and said, "Hi, honey." And she said, "Hi, how are you?" And then I said something funny, and she went, just like cackle like a witch. And I thought, I like this lady. So I asked her what her name was, and she said Janis Joplin. So we hit it off, and so I told her who I was, and she says, "Oh, that won't do," because in those days, guys used to wear hats, ties, and many times a vest. And I would get on the bus, and men would be formally dressed, and women would look like they're going, look like they're going to Sunday as well most of the time in 1966. It was a very conservative town. So I came into town with this beard and the hair, and I used to tell people, I get up in the morning, I comb my face and shave my head. I do the opposite of what everybody else does. So I went to join a Zen monastery here on Octavia Street. And I walked in there and met T.D. Suzuki and my friend from Chicago, Alan Watts. And I was going to stay there. But it didn't work out. They were having some kind of a lunch there to raise money, and they got into this whole thing about celibacy. And I got angry, and I told them, when you're a monk and you live in a monastery and all you do is eat rice and meditate all day, it's easy to be a highfalutin celibate and go around acting like you got some kind of false spirituality. But give me a peasant who's out in the fields picking rice all day, and they can turn around to their mate at night and pinch him in the ass and say, "Yeah, what for?" Okay, and still have that spiritual head. To me, that was what spirituality was about, being an ordinary human being. And then, as a teacher, your spirituality will come through tested by life. So I got basically kicked out. Moved into a warehouse at 330 Grove Street, invited Janice over, we had a nice dinner, and she decided to call me Mr. Natural. Now, what happened from there was unusual, because in New York City, or near New York City, where Robert Crumb was living, he was listening to the radio and he heard some announcer talk about Mr. Natural. So he decided to draw a character, and he drew a character what he thought Mr. Natural looked like. In 1968, when he came to San Francisco, we bumped into each other because everyone was talking Mr. Natural. So he went to see me, and be Jesus if it didn't look almost like me. It wasn't as fat as me, the robe was shorter, I had knobby knees, right? Didn't wear socks and sandals, just sandals. And had a shorter beard, basically. So what happened is over about 4 cartoons, if you look at the old rip-off press, the early releases of Zap Comics, you'll see the earlier character, and then in a year and a half, it starts looking exactly like me. Yeah. So this is it. Folks. So being a Buddhist monk, I would like to sing for you a monk-like song. This is kind of existential. Well, what's the matter with matter? Yeah. Here's the matter with matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter, but it does. Ask any bodhisattva, and they'll tell you matter just doesn't matter, but it does. Death dies in a mutter and in a stutter. Everything you just had, everything you just thought you were, become a collectivity of debris that a moment ago meant something to somebody. I guess that was my junk, huh?
Most music.
And that's the matter with matter. In the long run, it doesn't matter. But in the short run, you better believe it does, baby. Because as I stand up here, attempting to matter, I say, what the hell is, hey, what the hell is going? Everybody, what the hell is going on? Woo! And up, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Johnny!
Hard acts to follow.
You can do it, buddy.
Okay. So, it's Halloween. Yeah. So we had to write some Halloween songs. You know, because sing-along Halloween songs, of course. There we go. That's good. And of course we have a sore throat tonight, so allow for the voice. Good thing it's Halloween because the voices don't matter a whole lot. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just go into them and pick up with the sing-along. You guys go. All right. Ready? It's great to be a zombie on Halloween night. I can go trick-or-treating while staying in plain sight. Nobody stares at me, not a shriek or a scream. No one even seems to mind that I find their brains taste like whipped cream. And all those tasty little morsels run around like cream-filled Twinkies, getting fat on the goodies they found. It's zombie heaven, a paradise, a fantasy come true. And as an added treat, I get to meet their parents before I eat them too. Hey, just can't wait to eat you. Sing along, it's great to be a zombie on Halloween night. It's great to be a zombie on Halloween night. It's great to be a zombie on Halloween night. It's great to be a zombie on Halloween night. Nothing ever felt so right. I could have been Mitt Romney, not much difference there. I could have been the Pope or a Catholic priest and really gave the kids a scare. Hey boy, you want some candy? I could have been a congressman with a stick up my ass. Me, if I like being a zombie on Halloween, hey, it's too good to pass up. Of course, with all those tasty little morsels running around like cream-filled Twinkies, getting fat on the goodies they found. It's zombie heaven, a paradise, a fantasy come true. And as an added treat, I get to meet their parents before I eat them too. Oh, I just can't wait to eat you. So if you meet a zombie on Halloween night, I recommend that you stay calm and be very polite. If you're just a bit lucky, he may have already eaten his fill. Maybe the two of you could just have a smoke and chill out in front of the sacred grounds. While all those tasty little morsels run around like cream-filled Twinkies, getting fat on the goodies they found. It's zombie heaven, a paradise, a fantasy come true. And as an added treat, I get to meet their parents before I eat them too. Oh, I just can't wait to eat you. Now here comes yesterday's song. Staying with the same theme of Halloween. This is, I guess, kind of a seasonal love song, even written in the lovely key of C. Oh, 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 baby, you're such a tease. With all those rubber devices and that leather trapeze. Oh, 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 baby, I'll do anything to please. If you'll just whisper those three sweetest words to me. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. You know how it excites me, baby. You don't really want to fight me, baby. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. Whoa, 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 bite me, baby. You just gotta invite me, baby. Then we can do it nightly, baby. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Say on, bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. One more, bite me, baby. Oh, whoa, 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 baby. I like your style. That heavenly body, soft creamy neck, and most devilish smile. So, whoa, whoa, baby, you're just the type for me. Being an O negative, I can receive eternally. Why don't you say it now, bite me, baby? You know how it excites me, baby. You don't really want to fight me, baby. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. Whoa, 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 bite me, baby. You just gotta invite me, baby. Then we can do it nightly, baby. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Oh, baby, it just ain't fair. When I taste your skin, I get my teeth caught in your hair. Why don't we take it underground and I'll let you see my monumental mound? Well, we can rest in peace until that infernal sun and both of us goes down. Come on and bite me, baby. You know how it excites me, baby. You don't really want to fight me, baby. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. Whoa, 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 bite me, baby. You just gotta invite me, baby. Then we can do it nightly, baby. Come on and say it now, bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Bite me, baby. Bite me, baby.
Johnny, thank you, Johnny. Okay, up next, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to, since we just heard the song about vampires and zombies, may I introduce the Dead.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get it correct this time. And that is so annoying. That's what I get for being the bed. Okay. When I die, I don't want to rest in peace. I want to dance in the graveyard, And when I'm alive, I don't want to be alone. I want to mourn the ones who came before. I want to dance with them some more. I want to dance. Let's dance in the graveyard. Gloria, like some other name, because I'm calling you. Like some other name, I'm calling you. I'm ready for the change. I belong to all of your mistakes. Cause when I die, I don't want to rest in peace. I want to dance in the dance in the joy. I want to dance in the graveyard, And when I'm alive, I don't want to be alone. I want to dance more than the ones who have come before. I want to dance with them some more. Let's dance in the graveyard.
And of course, that was Maria. And now, up next, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Voss.
So I'm going to do something a little bit different, kind of stand-up-ish. I'm going to start off with a story and then go into the song. So, as Lady Zeitgeist mentioned, what was it, 2 weeks ago we saw Emily Autumn. This was my first time ever seeing Emily Autumn. It was quite an experience. She's a very inspirational woman, incredible songwriter. I was shocked that, you know, her greatest hero would end up becoming an inspiration to me. I'm now in the process of trying to collect her albums and get into the music, you know. But, so I got to tell you all the story about Slims. Now, Dr. Dream happened to be there as well. She was my companion for the first half of the evening because, you know, Lady Zeitgeist and the entourage of Emily Autumn fans immediately went towards, you know, flanking the stage. And we figured from there on in, I'm going to get a text from her saying, like, Ryan, this is goodbye forever. Emily Autumn just proposed to me. And, well, I'm going to try Chicago, you know, and so say goodbye to Dr. Dream for me. So, now Dr. Dream and I are sitting there, and I didn't really want to bother flanking the stage, you know, because I want to sit down. So Dr. Dream and I are sitting at like one of the tables, which is like further away from the stage, and we're just chatting away about movies or whatever. And all of a sudden, we hear that sound you usually hear during a rock concert, you know, the slow crescendo of you know, exclamated voices when the artist like, and we're looking over, oh, I guess the show's starting. Nothing. 5 minutes later, full song. What the hell? Is she fucking with us? What the hell? Yeah. You know, so this happens about 5-10 times, and I look over Dr. Dream, you know what? Emily Autumn has such an opportunity to mess with her fans right now. She really does. She could be back here. Let me borrow this real quick. She could be backstage. You know, like, hey, lady, check this out. Okay, okay. Incidental music. But it was a really awesome show. It was an amazing show. I ended up becoming a fan. It was so nice meeting Emily at the end, and I was there when she gave Lady Zeitgeist a big hug and said, you inspire me. Now, I have to be honest with you, my normal impulse with meeting new people, because I'm kind of nervous, is to try to crack jokes. I couldn't crack a joke here. You know, this was just a beautiful moment, and hell, I fell in love with Emily. I mean, you know, she's just a very charismatic woman, very caring woman, and you know, a lot of love, very, very inspiring. So, that being said, I never thought I would do an Emily Autumn song, but I'm going to give it a shot tonight. Wow. Been kind of practicing it this week, so maybe I'll get the good version of it tonight. So I had no idea which song to do. I'm not going to do Fight Like a Girl or another song she does called Girls, 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 because it doesn't sound right coming from a guy. You know, most of her songs, even the humorous ones, are humorous to the extent of making fun of male stereotypes of women. So it sounds pretty sadistic if it's coming from a male. So anyway, Lady Zeitgeist showed me this really cool song she did where she had a guitar player accompanying her, and it's called My Fair Weathered Friend. And I listened to the song, and it was just a gorgeous song, and I'm just like, this is Emily? You know, it sounded like ELO. It sounded like, you know, something like George Harrison or Jeff Lynne would write, you know? And I was just amazed at the song, and just the lyrical content was very, it resonated with me to a great deal. And Mr. Natural, you and I have talked about the fair weather friends from time to time, people that are friends in name only, and then, you know, when push comes to shove, they're not around anywhere. So that's what this song's about. This is called My Fair Weather Friend. It's a sunny day in heaven, no one around to open up the gates, and I'm waiting there for you, my fair weather friend. Absent in the end, absent in the end. One thing I can count on, there's nothing much at all. One thing that I'm sure about is that you won't be anywhere around here when I fall. Like to say I wouldn't die for you, but you know I would. That's the fool I am. That's the fool you've been. Absent in the end, my fair weather friend. Drinking beers, now you just a no-show when I fall. I like to think I wouldn't die for you, but you know I would. That's the fool I am. That's the fool you've been. That's an in the end. That's the fool you've been when you're absent in the end. That's the fool you've been. That's an in the end. My fair friend. Emily, that's
Ryan Voss, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Voss. Hey, now I've got to put some faces on some new names. Donovan. Okay, you'll be up after Rainbow, who's up next. And then Hollow Moon. Okay, I'm going to put you after Joe Deanna. I'll tell you when. And the idea is I'll let you know ahead of time so you can tune up or read or get warmed up so you don't do that up on stage. So up next, ladies and gentlemen, this guy has been a part of the sound since day 3, because the first 2 weeks nobody came. I just entertained myself. But there were 3 people that signed up, and this guy signed up number 1. Rainbow, ladies and gentlemen.
This is about the request of Lady Zeitgeist.